Well, isn't that one of the best feelings in the world? When I've been waiting the whole day, looking at these boxes like a kid, waiting to open them live so we can all enjoy them together. Man. Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. Today, we are going to be live streaming until I have to go to bed. So I'll try to do as much as I can. So we're gonna start with the unboxing of our brand new fish tank style case for the 5090. We're gonna also be unboxing our new motherboard for the 9800 X3D PC that we're going to build. And we're gonna be swapping the RTX 5090 to the new case with the 9800 X3D. And also, we are going to unbox. Man, this is something that I never thought I was gonna have. Because it's just next level. I mean, this is next level gamer extravaganza, okay? To get a cooler with RGB, it's one thing. But to get a cooler with a friggin' LCD, with an LCD display, I think that is just some next level $10,000 command center PC. It's just insane, bro. Okay? So I cannot wait to see that one. Okay, which is probably this big box that I have right here. So I'm gonna start by showing you the case, the new case, and I'm gonna show you the size difference between this case. This is the MAG 100 LPC panel, I think. I have the case over here. This is the Pano 100 LPC. Yeah, outright. So it is so hard to beat. Okay, I was gonna ask MSI, can you send me the same case? Because I absolutely love this case, just how it looks, but also how much space I have and how an amazing PC building experience I enjoy with this. And I look at it every day for inspiration. But I didn't ask them for anything specifically. And I think they sent me this case, which is the MAG Pano 110R PZ, because it is just discounted. It's $10 off, so $20 off. So it was originally like $100 and now it's like $80. So they're trying to sell this case. It's a good time, so we're gonna check it out. Now this case that I got is supposed to be smaller and lighter. Let me tell you, this PC that I have built right now here, it is so heavy. I don't know how much, it's probably 40 pounds plus. Okay, with a 59, which is a brick, this huge air cooler and everything that I have here, a bunch of drives, and it is so heavy. Okay, it is no joke. So the one I got is supposed to be significantly lighter, so that's a good thing. And it's supposed to have all the same features, very similar. So we're gonna be good. But man, I love this case. The thing is, I cannot build the 9800 X3D PC here because I wouldn't be able to fit this CPU cooler on the new case. So if you're planning on getting this case, most likely, if you have one of these huge Noctua DH15 CPU air coolers, it's not gonna fit for like 6 millimeters, something like that. I'm still gonna try it though. I'm still gonna try it, but it's not supposed to fit. Okay, so that's where we are right now. So I'm going to clear this up. This is probably the CPU cooler, so I'm gonna have it over here. This is supposed to be the motherboard, so we're gonna check it out too. We're gonna start with the case, which is absolutely huge. So yeah, and I'm gonna read the comments and all of that. We're gonna have a good time. So now let me. The stream started for like I didn't click start yet, but here we are. So I was not ready, but here we are. So I'm going to make the chat bigger, so I can see. And of course, I'm gonna do the unboxing, and then later we're going to. I'm gonna read the chat and see what you guys think. So we are going now. We're gonna build not one, but two $10,000 command centers. That's right, because I don't think I need a 5090 for a $10,000 command center. What really makes your command center $10,000 is the pain and suffering that you had to go through to get it. So enjoy your PC and look at it every day like if it was a $10,000 command center. Okay? That's my message. So I'm building two. We're gonna have one 5090, $10,000 command center, and a 3080, $10,000 command center. Now, why would I need two PCs? Well, with the second PC, I can do streaming without losing too much quality. It's gonna be awesome. Now, for this stream, to give you more angles, let me show you. I have two cameras. So I have this one right here. So if we need this angle, you can get it at 60 FPS too. And we have the main camera. So we have a good setup going on here. We have our $13,000 reference microphone over here. So we're supposed to get good, high quality audio. And I'm so excited, man. This is one of the best feelings in the world. You get your new PC parts and you're getting ready to open them. Okay? I don't think it gets any better than that. Now, plus we have the community here, so we're gonna enjoy it all together. Now, I have to say, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much to Bobby for sending me the 9800X 3D CPU. What a gift for the channel, man. That is just next level generosity. I mean, Bobby, you have to be a very happy man, because there's nothing better, there's no better feeling than to give. To give is better than to receive. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you because you must be feeling amazing right now. Okay, so thank you very much for doing that for me, for the channel. Thank you very much to George for sending me some armor to dress up the 9800X 3D. He sent me a very interesting, supporting bracket, also to make the thermal paste application easier, nicer, less messy. Okay, so thank you very much, George. And of course, thank you very much to MSI for sending all the love. Okay, and I have to say this. You have to understand, I am beyond, happy with all this stuff. This is not a review, okay? I am 100% positive because this is gonna be my PC. I cannot just hide that, okay? So MSI is just the best I can imagine, the best way to handle this partnership between a YouTube channel and a company that I can imagine. Because they send me the parts and their only requirement is just have the name of the product in the description of the video. That's it. If I want to have a link or not, that's up to me. There is no, guidelines of here's what you have to do or what you have to say. Nothing. They don't tell me good job, bad job with the video. They don't say anything. So it doesn't get any better than that. So I really appreciate MSI for sending me the stuff, but also for the way they handle this. It's just perfect. They know. They are confident on their product. They know I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna be happy about it, of course. So they don't have to say anything. The product speaks by itself. So let's see how it is. So let me go get my tool and get this puppy out of the box. Now let me show you the difference on the size, okay? And again, drop your comment. I'm gonna read the chat when I have a chance. So let's do this. Let me show you the size difference. This is the new case. MAG Pano 110 RPZ. This is the case that I'm currently using right now on that PC. Look at the difference on the difference on how wide it is. It's a significant difference. Just the case, just the packaging. Now let's see once I have the case out. And the height is also a big difference. See if I can show you. I don't know how to show you the height difference. Well, I know I can have it over here. So if you're thinking of getting one of these cases, you can have a better idea about the size. You see, this is the difference. There's something. Oh, the mouse. Okay. So that's the size difference right there. It's a significant difference. So this one is supposed to be significantly lighter, but the features are the same. And actually, this new case might have the front glass more easy to remove. Let's see that. So now, this case had a just perfect packaging, in my opinion. It was so, it's not gonna get damaged. So let's see, how about this one? I'm gonna open it in real time. So this is real time unboxing. This is the real unboxing experience. I'm very careful because I always like to keep the packaging, so when I'm moving I can use it, especially the case. Open this bad boy. Yeah, the packaging of this case is very similar to the other case. Yeah, God tier, man. Just look at this packaging. This is not like one of those white, the white material that we see in most of the things. including TVs. Look at this thing. They have to, because it is glass. This case is just glass, so they have to make sure that it doesn't break during the shipping. So look at this thing. It's this black foam, this super heavy duty black foam. So now here it seems like we have some parts. Let me see. So you see this? Look at this black foam. This is not the cheap white stuff that we see in all the usual electronic products. This is good stuff. Now let's see what we got here. This is some zip ties. There's some zip ties and this MSI thing for the build. Some screws. Some screws. And some of these for cable management. With these plastic clippers. And the manual, maybe, yeah, like a guide, an installation guide or something. I already know how to work with this case because it's very similar to the one I got before. So I shouldn't have to be reading too much. Plus, you know, I don't read anything. You tell me where to put the cable. So this is just how to enter a reviews shout out or something like that. Yeah, this is the installation guide. So that's what we have here. Let's see what else. So yeah, you just need to take the whole thing out. This seems to be how the case goes. So that's the bottom of the case. I see it from the logo here. So what I'm gonna do is I'll try to just go like this. Hopefully not drop it. So I'll go like this. I'll do this. I'll do it. Oh, have to be careful. It is super tight. There you go. It is super tight. Look at this. Like I can almost hold the entire thing. How tight it is. So now I'll get rid of this. So now I'm going to now you see all this side panels. It is fully protected with this super thick foam. Again, I don't think there's anything that could be better than this. I wish all the electronic components, like the TVs, come with this kind of protective foam. This is like good stuff, man. So definitely keep your case box for traveling when you're moving, because this is gonna be super important. Right. Put this over here at the top one, perfectly fitting. And look at that. This is fitting like a glove. Fitting like a glove. Yeah, this is the best stuff. I'm using my... Okay. Let me get this. Here's the bottom. Slightly different shape, of course, because here you have the space for the legs to fit in perfectly. This is just amazing. Better impossible. This packaging is better impossible. Now, let's check out. Let me undress this. Oh man. Now this case already comes with the fans. That's 4 fans. So we have a magnetic top here. Get this out of the way. Okay. So now, I'm not gonna peel it off yet. So now let's compare the size, the girth. Now I don't want to be moving this because the PC is on right now, so I don't want to risk. But you can see the weight from here. It is significantly thinner. So this one is like one. See I'm gonna use the Mr. Bean approach here to measure the. Yeah, big difference. So this one is the whole thing plus this. So the case that I currently have, the Pano 100 LPZ, is significantly wider. Now this one is taller actually. This case is taller than this one I have. Not by much. Maybe it is equally as tall if you look at this point, because it has a triangular shape. But from here, it is definitely taller. Yeah. You can see here, this is taller. But I think this one has one more a slot in the back to have more space for a graphics card or expansion card or something. I'm not sure. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna show you another angle. This is the back side. See how many this one have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. No, this one has 8. This one has one more of these. One more of these. Now, this case already has 4 fans. Has 3 here. 3 intake and 1 exhaust. Now let me check out these fans, because for this PC, MSI sent me some super high-end fans with a lot of fancy RGB lighting and all that stuff. That of course have to be better than these, but these ones actually look good. This one has they have the Dragon. The MSI Dragon. So it might not be as fancy, but this case right now It's like $80. So buying this one plus the fans that I got from MSI would be almost triple the price, because the fans are actually more expensive than the case itself. So yeah, the case comes with the fans. That's a big plus. You don't have to spend extra money on that. Now let me see if this, I'll show you from the top and the bottom. So from the top we have this mesh here, which is like, you know, very easy to clean. It is magnetic. Just remove it like this. It's magnetic. So that's where I'm gonna put the 360 AIO. It's gonna go there on the top. So this just fits magnetically, just like that. Let me show you the bottom. We have these 4 legs, another filter, another magnetic filter there, and it already has the cables from the fan, the audio for the front panel, and it has a USB-C 20 gigabits per second in the front, which is a good thing because the motherboard has like 10. So the speed of the USB-Cs are 10. So this one at the front is faster. So that's what's coming out from the motherboard. So that is the case. Let me see. This is one thing I want to check, and I'll read some of your comments before we keep going. There's one thing I want to check. That's what I was wondering. All these panels are supposed to come out without any, screwdriver or anything. It's very easy. So let's see that. We have a space here. Yeah. This one comes out easy. It has a peel on the inside. As you can see, it's matte. So the inside has a peel, the outside has a peel. So I'm not gonna peel it off until I finish the build. Now, what I wanted to check is if this one comes out easy. Now I see there's a screw here. Well, maybe that's just to... No, this one comes out easy too. Oh wow, this is good. Let's see. No, there's a screw here. For this one, there's a screw. Let me make sure I unscrew that so I don't mess it up. Let me get my screwdriver. I'll be right back. So there's a small screw to remove the front. And I want to do that so I don't have to be so careful with this. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty nice. There's just one screw here to remove. Right there. Just one screw and it comes out. This is very good because this case, you can remove the front glass, but it's not as easy because it's more complicated. It has a front and a diagonal section. So it is not as easy as this. So I really appreciate this because let's say in the future I have to do some GPU benchmarks and just swapping CPUs or GPUs, something like that. So this is more like an open bench right here. So I really like that. And also to build a PC, this is super easy. Like, I really like it. Really like that. Now, will my CPU cooler, my air cooler, will it fit here? I'm gonna try. It is not supposed to fit. Let me, gauge. No, it's not gonna fit. I don't think it's gonna fit, but I'll still try it. I'll still try it. Let me look at the fans closely. These fans have a rubber, like a small rubber section here. I can also use this camera. I'll show you. I really like this. It's for to have less noise. So these fans have the MSI logo. And is it shiny? Yeah, it's a shiny MSI logo. And it has the rubber thing for noise. So it should be pretty good, man. So the option is you either get a case with no fans and have to spend more than the whole case on getting separate fans. That's a lot more money. So this is a lot better when it comes to value. Now this is supposed to also come off. Let's see. Oh, there is a screw there actually. I see a screw. Well, how do I remove that screw? Let's see. Huh. Wonder. Well, that happens when you don't read the manual, but I wonder how. Well, we'll figure it out. Let me see this one. So let me read the manual a moment here to see. Let me read the comments too. Maybe one of you knows. I want to take it apart, the whole thing. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna read the comments. Okay, we got a comp assemble here. Let me get the comments popping here. So this is gonna be. I'm gonna pop the comments here on screen. Okay, so how far are you and hell is us? So I got to a new area where the purple flowers are, the blue flowers. So Comp Assemble, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Check out his channel. So which case am I going to use for the 5090, 90, 100 X3D? I'm gonna have to use this one because the CPU cooler I have here, the air cooler, it's not gonna fit in here by. Supposedly it's not gonna fit by like 6 millimeters. So I have to use this one for the 5090 to keep the the air cooler here. Let me pop the gonna pop the comments here on screen. I get these. Let's see. But it's not working. We'll figure it out later. Okay, so let me read the comments from the beginning. It's time to build the beast. Looking forward to it. 15 hours live stream. Let's go. 15 hours. We're going for the record. We're going for the Guinness World Record. The longest PC build on the history of YouTube. Let's go. I even asked for vacations on my job to live stream. So we're gonna be live streaming the whole day, every day. Well, I still have to work tomorrow, but Wednesday for sure. So it's gonna be 10,000 hours. People will say MSI sponsored this. No, they didn't pay anything. They sent me the stuff for free. So that is a way of supporting the channel, that's for sure. But really it's been Team Epic working behind the scenes all this time to bring Ariel a high-end hardware combo, so he'll stop complaining about Unreal Engine 5 performance. Who is Tim, the boss of Epic Games? Well, I don't know, like honestly, I don't know, who Bobby is. That's his name on YouTube, I don't know who he is. Somebody sent me the 9800X 3D. Do you think it was Tim from Epic Games? I don't think so. I don't think they would do that. 3-month step-by-step guide how to build a PC. It's gonna take us 3 months. Okay, let me see if I can figure out this. So we got George in the chat, man. Thank you very much for your gift to. Man, I didn't have time. Again, I started this live stream before I was ready. So let me see if I can get this. Okay, yeah, we got it. So we got this working for the chat. So I can now see if I highlight a comment here. Should work on popping the comments. It's not working. Well, try it like this. That's good enough. That's good enough. So if I move, oh, it doesn't work. Wow. We'll figure it out for the next stream. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we have to dress up for the occasion, man. I'm feeling good today. Yeah, let's see if I can take this out and then we'll go from there. So now I see the screws here, but oh no, actually the screws are not necessary. I just figured it out. I just had to lower them. So this panel comes out no screws. That is, this one should too. So I just have to, there you go. The side panel comes out. It has the MSI logo right here. Let's see what else. We have another panel. Oh, we have the back. This case is significantly lighter than this one. This one is a tank. The 100L is a tank in comparison. Here's the back side panel. We have a mesh here for the airflow to go to the bottom. That's where the fans are. I'm gonna put this one over here. And let's see what we got. Oh, we have a controller here already. So this is for all the fans. 1, 2, 3, 4 fans. So we have LED, so these fans light up, and we have, this is, yeah, this goes to the motherboard. All right, so this should be a little bit more challenging. Definitely. So I think I can tell you right now, the biggest difference when it comes to building a PC with this case is like we had this much space in the back for cable management. This one is gonna be more challenging. I don't have that much space, but that's okay because I need to do a good cable management anyway. I spent like 3 days on the cable management on this one, and now I have to remove the power supply and do it again. But before I do that, I'll try to see if I can fit the CPU cooler here. I'll try it. Let's see if it's possible. Now, what else? So we have some lighting here in the front of the case. We have some lighting here. This is a whole lighting here, and also here. We have light here. Yeah. So there's a light strip that goes to the front and this side. The front and this side. What else can we take apart here? We have a drive bay. It should fit my big mechanical drive. One here. And we have space for smaller 2.5 drives here, 1 and 2. Let's see. That's it. From what I can see right now, that is it. Now, this case is also supposed to have the anti-sag GPU bracket, which is something very, very, very useful for the 5090. So I don't have to use the anti-sag adapt support that they give you with a GPU. So that should be somewhere inside the case. So let me check out the inside of the case, just in case I missed something. No, that's it. There's nothing else on the case. Let me check these. No, this one doesn't have the the anti-sag bracket. No, this one doesn't have that. At least I don't see it. I googled it today and it said that yes, it had that, but it doesn't. I don't see it anywhere. So we're gonna have to use the anti-sag thing that comes with the GPU. So I think that is it for the case. So significantly lighter than this. Now, if you ask me, would I get this case or this case? Well, the price difference is not that big, but I would definitely get the one that comes with 4 fans already, because if you get no fans on the case, and then you go the RGB fancy fans way, it's gonna be a lot more money. It's just gonna be crazy. But these fans are very nice though. Let me turn them on. Let me well, let's do it like that, so I don't have to, so I don't mess up the string just in case. But yeah, man, I would so the disadvantage of this case is super heavy. It's so much heavier, it's not even close. But you're gonna have more space. This is the 100L Pano 100L PZ. This case, you're gonna have this much more space on the back for cable management. That is so nice. I mean, I would pay definitely. The difference in price is like $20-$30. I would definitely pay the extra to get this case. But this one right now is $80. Okay, so this one brand new with 4 fans was like $130. So right now we're talking about a $50 difference. That is huge. So this case is significantly cheaper, but of course you could get this one discounted too. I don't know how low it goes, but yeah. This one is significantly lighter though, so if you're planning to move around your PC, and for me, the biggest plus of this case is that I can remove this front panel very easily. That's not the case with this one. With this one, to remove the front panel is not that easy. I have to remove the top, and then it's kind of, I'm not gonna say glued to it, but yeah, it's not like you're gonna be going, you know, removing it and putting it back. It's not gonna work like that on this one. So for me, if I want to in the future, you know, be removing GPUs and all of that, this one is gonna be much better for that, because I have all the space here. And to build a PC is gonna be, you know, very nice to have all this space too. So yeah, and when it comes to the features, I think this one has more space for drives. 100L, 110R. So this 100L has more space for more drives. Not by much, like one more maybe. If I am, yeah, this one has one more. And yeah, that's it really. The biggest difference is the space in the back. This one is thinner. But yeah, that's it. So we're going to, I'm gonna read some of the comments and then we're gonna unbox the motherboard. Let's do the motherboard. And then we're gonna go with the cooler. So let me get this. I don't need to get it out of the way. I might just put the keyboard on top. The motherboard is not too big, so I can just do this. That's it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Cable management is the worst. Man, I enjoy cable management. That's my thing. Spent 4 days on cable management. That's most of the enjoyment of building a new PC. So again, the case, this one, the new one is the 110R. So this is a MAG 110R, MAG Pano 110R PZ. And this one is the MAG 100L PZ. If you ask me right now, this is more expensive, but I like it so much. I don't think it can be better when it comes to aesthetics and how much space you have to build a PC. I absolutely love this case. So yeah, I will get this one for extra money, but depending on if you get a discount or not, it's a big difference. So this could be like $50 more. Right now, this is $80. So I would definitely get this for $80 over this one for $130. But if you get this one discounted too, then the difference is like $40. So it depends. But yeah, it depends. So let's see, check it out, see which one you can get for a good deal. But definitely I would not get a case without the fans, because then it's so much more expensive. It's not even close, especially if you get the high-end fans like the ones MSI sent me. They were more expensive than the whole case, significantly more expensive. The fans that this case have right now is more than the whole thing. So yeah, just keep that in mind. This one comes already with 4 fans. So yeah, this one you can also get a version that has all the fans, has 4 fans too, but that's not the one MSI sent me. So I take my PC to the garage every 6 months to clean it. I don't think I could handle this tank. It's not good for my spine. No, let me tell you, this PC is probably 50 pounds. I mean, 40, 50, it is so heavy. No joke. Especially if you have this huge air cooler and the 5090, this is a tank. Very heavy. And the thing is, because it's glass, you're not gonna be handling it like, you know, just putting it on top of you. You're gonna be, you wanna keep it apart from you, or maybe hold it, you know, from the back. So it is super heavy, this one. So this one is significantly lighter. It's not even close. Not even close on the weight. It's like 10 pounds less easily. Okay, let's see what George says. Jensen is smiling right now. Okay. Yeah, but Jensen loves to see the pain and suffering. Okay. Is this a good bundle? A Micro Center, AMD Ryzen 9800X 3D, Asus B650E, tough gaming, Wi-Fi, M5 CPU motherboard bundle. Yeah, but for how much? Oh, okay, $529.99. Well, the CPU alone is $450. So you're getting the motherboard and the CPU. That's 500, and yeah, you're saving like probably, you know, $40, $50 maybe. That seems to be a good deal. Why not? Saving the money. I built my own PC since the second one. Over 20 years ago, first one I bought on a TV, teletext ad. Old school, like, you know, just call them right now. I mean, that looks good. Let's go. Oh man, I never had that experience. So here's the thing. What I'm thinking right now is, first, I'm gonna try to see if the CPU cooler will fit here anyway. It's not supposed to fit, and I'm looking at it right now. The CPU cooler is fitting on this case for this much. It's almost touching. Very, very small margin. So this case is significantly less, you know, it's less wide, but it is less wide because it doesn't have that much space in the back. But from here to here is very similar. I think the difference is like 6 millimeters only. So I'm looking at the gap that I have, and that's probably what I have. So if it works, it's gonna be right there. I wanna try it. But if it doesn't fit like I am expecting, and I'm gonna have the 5090 here, it makes a lot of sense to put all the super fancy, fans that I got from MSI, because they are just absolutely incredible. Let me show you these fans. These are the fans that MSI sent me for this case, and I got lucky. Let me tell you, I got lucky because they didn't have the version that comes with a fan, so they sent me these extra fans. Send me 1, 4, and 7. So these are the MPG EZ120 addressable RGB. Let me show you. I can show you this from here. So of course, these fans alone, I think this is $120. This is more than the case. Can you believe that? This whole case that I got right here, the new case, right now, is $80. The whole thing. It comes with 4 fans, $80. And if you want to buy these 3 fans alone, that's $120. Unless you get them discounted. This case was originally $100. So right now it is discounted. So, of course I want to have these fans in here if I'm going to have the 5090 there. So, if I do that, I would have 3 of these at the bottom. So we can fit 3 of these fans here. 3 120 millimeter fans at the bottom, or 2 140, but I have 3 110, 3 120. 3 120 here. The exhaust one is this one, and the 360 AIO at the top. That's gonna be a perfect build. And then of course the fans that I have here, I'll put them right here. We're gonna have less heat here anyway. 5800 X3D with the 3080. Here we're gonna have the 9800 X3D 5090. Significantly more power. So yeah, but the thing is, the 5090, this is the MSI Gaming Trio OC. It's never hot. This 59, it doesn't need. Well, maybe it's never hot because I have these fans. So maybe, of course, if you have the case with no fans, maybe it will get hot. But heat is not a concern. I thought before getting these cases that because it was all glass, and we're used to watch the Gamers Nexus reviews of the cases, and of course airflow focus cases have the mesh in the front, and they're supposed to have better temperature. So I thought, oh, maybe if you go for aesthetics, something like this is gonna be significantly hotter, the temperatures and all of that. But I don't think it matters at all, especially if I put a 360 AIO. It doesn't matter. So I will go for the looks because it looks so good. Okay, let's see, what should I measure? The weight of this case. I do have a scale, but the scale is not gonna fit this case. The scale is like this size, if that's what you're talking about. Oh, you mean measure maybe how, if the CPU cooler is gonna fit. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I do have a measure tape, but the thing is, after I put the motherboard, it's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna stick out a little bit, so I'm not sure how to measure that precisely without trying it. So just replace the cooler. If it doesn't fit, build the 5090, whichever you want, regardless. Yeah, but the thing is, if I replace the cooler, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I don't like to, for example, this CPU cooler is very good. I would not feel good if I am not using it. If I just buy a brand new cooler just to have another liquid cooler, or maybe, you know, MSI, let's say MSI sends me another cooler, I just don't feel good doing that, because I want to use this CPU cooler because it's good. I don't want to, it just doesn't feel good for me. Like, it's a good cooler, so I'm happy either way. I don't need the, no, you see, things don't need to be perfect, okay? Cable management will, though. Cable management has to be perfect, but the things doesn't need to be ideal. So these fans are actually, the fans on this case are actually facing the beauty part. So all these fans, let me show from here maybe. All these fans here are facing the good looking part, where you see the MSI logo. The one from the back, from here. See, they are all facing the beauty part. So these ones, the three fans are intake, and the other one is exhaust. So yeah. So let me go and open. So I'm gonna open the motherboard. Motherboard is gonna be a huge upgrade. So I think the motherboard is supposed to be this box right here. And I cleaned the boxes too. I gave it some love. Everything here has love. Let me make sure I don't lose the screw right here. I'm gonna put it back to where it goes. This is the only screw that I had to remove for the front panel. That's it. The rest of the panels, they came out screwless. Let's go. Let's check out the. So where I'm right now is 850. So we have a long time today. So I'll try to unbox everything, and then I'll try to get started. But the thing is, as soon as I have to remove the power supply, the GPU on this PC, the quality of the stream is gonna go down the toilet. Because I have to use StreamYard on my phone or something like that. So yeah, it's gonna happen, but at least we're gonna use a better quality now. Man, yeah, the box for the chipping, I clean it up very well, see? Because of course I'm gonna put it on top of this table, but I'm also going to save it. Okay, I like to save all the boxes. I have a basement for that, so it's not a big problem. But I like to save everything. So I'm gonna remove this. Let's see what we got. This is it's supposed to be the motherboard, I think. Let's see. I'm being careful. Let's go. The motherboard. Let me show you a close-up. This is the motherboard. The MAG B850 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi. This motherboard is gonna be such a huge upgrade for me. It's gonna be Wi-Fi 7, so I can finally get my gig internet over Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to upgrade the router. That's a good idea anyway. I think I'm going to get a gaming router. I'm gonna get a gaming router. So this motherboard has 5G LAN, which is a big deal. I'll see what I can do about that. But the best thing about this motherboard, I think, I'll show you all the angles, is how, you know, the quality of live features that it has for the build. For example, this motherboard has a button to release the GPU. That is such a big deal. I'm gonna show you when I have to remove the 5090, what I have to do to remove the 5090. It is so hard and so risky. I have to use a screwdriver, a very long screwdriver, to release the 5090 from the PCIe. But this motherboard has a button that is very easy to access. Just press the button, it releases the GPU, and you just have to just pull it out. Such a big difference, man. Such a big difference. So yeah. Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4. We have, of course, Gen 5. The VRM is 14 duet rail, and it's 80 amps. The VRM. So this motherboard is such a huge improvement. It's just amazing. So let me go this way. Let me get this box out of the way. Let's open it. Let's check it out. Let's see what is inside the box. I put this box over here somewhere. There you go. Okay, so this motherboard supports Ryzen 7000, 8000, 9000, and R9800X3D. AM5 motherboard. It has one PCI Express 5x16, one PCI Express 4x16, and one PCI Express 3x1. So it supports, I think, up to 256 gigabytes of RAM, which is absolutely insane. So I got, for this motherboard, I'm gonna show you, I got 64 gigabytes of RAM. I got the RAM that George recommended me specifically for this motherboard. So it should work at the maximum rated expo speeds, overclocked. It should be pretty nice. We got two M.2 Gen 5 by 4, 128 gigabits per second slots. And then we have one Gen 4 by 4, 64 gigabits per second slot. We have one M.2 Gen 4 by 2, 32 gigabits per second slot. We have four SATA, regular SATA 6 gigabits per second ports. One USB-C 20 G. So that type C here in the front of the case, on this one and on this one too, they are also 20 G. So that should be pretty fast. We have 5 gigabits per second LAN, which is a big deal, and Wi-Fi 7. The audio is supposed to be 8 channels, 7.1 HD audio, boost 5. So the audio is supposed to be pretty good too. So yeah. Oh, and the other thing, this motherboard has the M.2 slots. They are no screws. Like, you just open the thing, slide the M.2, pragata. That's it. Very easy to install. And it also has a power connector for the GPU. Maybe to improve the power delivery for the GPU, so there's no, the 75 watts of the PCI Express is not used. Maybe, I don't know specifically why would that be useful or important, but it is there. So yeah, this motherboard is just next level. I think this motherboard right now is $210. So there we go. It's open. Now from here you cannot see it. Maybe I'll get closer. Thing is, if I get closer, I'm not on the frame. So let me get it out and I'll show you the board. So we got this with the accessories. So here I got this. I'm gonna show you from close. I'll show you from close. This, so here we have some, probably some accessories. Let's see. So we got here all the Wi-Fi. This is the Wi-Fi 7 antenna. This is massive. Wi-Fi 7 speed, man. So I'm gonna definitely take advantage of that. So I'll see if it works with my router, but if it doesn't, I'm going to buy a router. So now let me show you, because I have a gig internet up and down, so that should be a massive upgrade for gaming and just to download stuff. And here we go. This is the motherboard. I'll get it out of the box. The motherboard. Let me get it out of the box. Change here. So I'm gonna get this out of the box. So now this motherboard, of course, already has the AIO shield. Now the 20G USB-C is maybe, oh, it's probably this one at the top. Okay, let me get it out. Let's go. Now I don't want to touch this with my hands to see how can. Okay, so I'll put it on top of it. Put it right here, and then I'm gonna use the, maybe hold it from the heat sink, and I'm gonna put it right here. Case standoff, keep out zone. Now this motherboard also has, I'm gonna show you the AIO. It has the reset, the BIOS, and clear CMOS buttons. Have the, let me show you from the other side. You have to be careful. So we have clear CMOS button, which is a very high-end feature, flash BIOS. So to flash the BIOS on this motherboard, you don't even need to have a CPU and RAM installed. Just by connecting the motherboard to power, you can flash the BIOS, which is amazing. We have all this USB-C 10G, bunches of USB 2.0. There you go. Now, I wonder where is the USB-C 20G? It's probably the one from the case, what they are referring to, but I don't see it on the AIO. We'll figure that out later. So let me show you now the RAM from the front. Let me show you from here. I'll get my hand out of the way later. You see, we have this power for the GPU. That is, I think that is just like a, you know, better power delivery, more stable or something. So the power doesn't have to be drawn from the PCIe. I'm not sure. Like, this is the first time I see this power for the extra connector for the GPU. And the power supply that I got from MSI also has this. It has this 8-pin alone. That's why I wondered, when I got that power supply, I was wondering why this power supply only has one 8-pin connector. Such a high-end power supply, and it's because of this. Because the rest are just 12. It has 12-pin, two 12-pin connectors. So George says that our primary goal here is not to break the motherboard. Yeah, let's just not break it. And Buddy says that the Wi-Fi 7 should work with my router because it is backwards compatible. No, I'm sure it's backwards compatible, but what I was wondering is if I'm going to get the full 1000 megabits per second, or I need to upgrade the router, maybe. That's what I'm not sure. But you see, this motherboard has this. Let me see if I can. So here, you see this button that is right here? This button will release the GPU. So this button right here, so that is huge for me, especially with a 5090. It is so hard to remove the 5090 on my PC right now because of the huge air cooler. So yeah, this is gonna be very easy to install the M.2s because they don't have. I mean, let me show you right now. I mean, this. Yeah, let's try not to break the motherboard, George. I'll try to be careful. Try to be careful. Let me change here. So what I wanted to show you is this. Maybe I can have the phone. Yeah, I'm gonna have the phone, this one. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be better. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this is the way to go. I'll show you here, perfect. Yeah, this is gonna be better setup. Let me get this. Trying to improve the setup. There you go. Yeah, this is gonna be better. Yeah. So let me show you here. Yeah, I can show you better now. So this M.2 here, this is supposed to be very easy to. This is something special about these MSI motherboards. You don't need to use a screw or anything. Just do this. I'm not looking at it very well. Let me check it out because I haven't even looked at it. Let's try not to break the motherboard. So we have oh, I get it. So it is a click. So this is a button right here. So you just press here. Just press here this way, and it comes out. It has the protective peel. So I'm not gonna, of course, once I install the SSD, I'm not gonna forget, of course, right? I'm not gonna forget to remove this peel. I'm gonna get that right. And then the SSD is just supposed to slide in very easily because it has this button. Let me show you. It has this button that goes out like this. Well, I guess it has to. Yes, it will happen once I put the. It's like a button. So this is just supposed to be put the end up to like that and just and that's it. So that is very, very, very nice, especially this button. This is the one I was talking about for the GPU. So when you press this button, see what happened here? So there's an on and off button. There's an on and off indicator here. Let me see if you can. It's very small. It's like a yeah, there you go. It's like a lock. So it is unlocked there. Lock. Lock, unlock. So this is so nice because the 5090 is huge right here. So right now on my PC, I have the 5090 and the huge CPU cooler, and there's no way I can put my finger underneath here to release the GPU. So I have to use a very long screwdriver, which I had to buy that screwdriver, which is like the size of the motherboard, and very carefully, put the screwdriver, which is metal, to try to push the lever to release the GPU. And that is a huge risk because if I go make a mistake with that screwdriver, I break something. So this is such a high-end, high quality of life feature right here to release the GPU. And this is unique to the MSI motherboards. Also, with the CPU cooler that I got, I only need one cable, one connector, because this is an MSI motherboard. If it was a different motherboard, I have to use at least three cables to connect it to the. So it would work. The CPU cooler I'm gonna show you now would work with any motherboard, but if it's MSI, you only need one single cable. So that is huge. And I'm looking at this, George. So what you sent me, actually, let me open that. Let me open that. I'm gonna open what George sent me for the CPU. Install the CPU first before removing the stock bracket and replacing it with the secure frame I sent you. So I should install the CPU first. Interesting. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna open the CPU cooler, and then we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna open the CPU cooler now. Gonna show you that. I will create another stream. I'm gonna go take a piss, and then we'll come back and start the build. Now, before I do that, I'll read some of the comments. I'll read the comments. Okay, show me a video. Okay, but there might not be time for a video, so we have to freestyle it. Maybe you just did send me the video. I didn't see it before the stream. So yeah, I'll figure that out. So yeah, this motherboard is pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Now I wonder, yeah, this is probably the second PCIe slot. This is the one where I could have the second GPU, but it's not gonna fit on the case. I would need a Razer cable to try a second GPU. It's just there's not enough. It's not gonna be enough space for a second GPU. But let's see. Let's see. We'll try that too. So yeah, man, everything's looking very cool, man. Very cool. So yeah, let me open. I'm gonna open the. Let me put this back. Put this back. This is magnetic here. And here it should be just clicking. I don't know, so this goes underneath. There you go. Yeah, it's safe now. Yeah, I really like that, man. Here we do have some screws for these. I'm only gonna use one M.2 for now. I'm gonna use the one I have on my PC. I forgot to ask MSI to send me a drive, so yeah, I'll buy it myself later. You know, after they ship all the stuff, I was not gonna ask them to just send me that. So I'm gonna buy it myself later, but not now. I'm good with what I have right now. So I'm gonna put this back, and then we will open it. The second stream. We'll open it and install what George sent me. Let me change the camera here. Okay, I'm gonna put this. That's okay. Okay, so let's check out the CPU cooler. The motherboard is just a beast. The CPU is just a beast. The GPU is just a beast. It's a $10,000 command center. That's right. Now let's check out. Oops. Let me not have the cable. Well, good thing I have the PC connected to a backup power supply. So let's open the. Oh, here it is. Got it here in the back. Okay, let me read some of the comments before I open these. This is the CPU cooler with a freaking LCD. I use a pencil with a rubber on the end for the GPU latch, but I'm still nervous about it, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a much better idea, honestly. That is a much better idea than what I did. I mean, I'm gonna show you the screwdriver. I got a screwdriver that's this big for that. So I'm on Windows 11 for HDR, or use chopsticks. I don't even know what that is. Is that like a Chinese kind of sticks to eat? Is the CPU cooler? We are not using it right. This is the CPU cooler, we are not using it right. No, this CPU cooler, we're definitely gonna use it. This is the fanciest component. Yeah, aside from the 59, of course. I mean, this just the things outside the main components. This is the fanciest thing. I mean, liquid cooler with an LCD screen. I mean, I think that is just next level extravaganza. So let me see all the comments I missed. 64 gigabytes for the win. Borderlands was pulling down 32 the other day. Oh wow. A game using 32 gigabytes of RAM? That's probably running like garbage. That's probably running like a virus. But yeah, we got 64 gigabytes of RAM. Man, some of these games are crazy. My next question is, where are flying cars? Oh man. Yeah, let's go. So we no longer have to remove CMOS battery, man. Yeah, this is such a, I mean, this motherboard has some features that only used to come in the most expensive motherboards. And this is just a $210 motherboard. Usually to get those features, you have to go crazy with the motherboard. It has so, I mean, and also the button stuff and the easy to install M.2s. This is so nice. So I'm using the MSI cooler with the screen. Yeah, I will use that. So I'm gonna put the 5090 on the new case. I'm gonna change the 5090 to a new case with a liquid cooler. So Buddy is telling me you won't get the full 1 gigabit even with Wi-Fi 7 router. You will get around 900. Oh, I will be fine with 900. Right now I'm getting like 500. So to go and almost double that would be great. I was confused. I thought we were going to use the old one. No, because the thing is, this old cooler is not going, I don't think, I'm gonna try it, but I don't think this old cooler is going to fit on the new case by 6 millimeters based on the paper. We need a little, just a hair more space. So if it doesn't fit, I'm building the 5090 here. If it fits, I would put the 5090 here with the 9800 X3D and the liquid cooler, everything. Why? Because this case is bigger, and also I already have the cable management done with the power supply right here. So it would be easier for me too. But I like this case. It's bigger. It's a tank though. This case is super heavy. But I would like to do the build here, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit this CPU cooler. And the thing is, I'm not going to not use this Noctua CPU cooler. I like it, and it works very well. I'm not gonna just get another cooler and not use it. Congrats on the PC. Man, I'm so happy. Will say it's nice to have bottom fans for the 5090 for that connector. I will put bottom fans. So if I build in here, I'm gonna put all the fans that I have, all the fancy fans that I have here, and then these fans are gonna come. I'm gonna swap the fans basically. We could fit 100. Yeah, that's another option. So the CPU cooler will fit this case for sure with the fan in the center only. And maybe I could change the fan and put a 120. But the thing is, if I have to buy, the thing is, if I don't use that knock to a fan, I am missing out. That fan is great. So I'm not gonna be able to buy a better fan than that. So I don't want to waste it, man. This is a great cooler. I don't want to not use it. Even if MSI sends me a brand new another CPU cooler, I would not do it. I don't want that. I want to use what I have. It just doesn't feel right to me, man. I don't like to waste things just because I can. Like if I was multi-millionaire right now, money was not a problem, I would still keep this CPU cooler because it works and it's very good. So yeah, that's just the way I am wired. So let's check out the absolutely most over the top component on this entire build. This is next level American dream right here. Okay, this is beyond my wildest dreams. I never even thought about a liquid cooler, let alone a liquid cooler with a screen. I'm gonna have the temperatures. Maybe I will create a channel logo. I can have the channel logo too, so it can be customized. Let's check it out. Let's go. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Oh man. Oh man. The shininess. This is, man, can you believe that? Let me show you a close-up right here. Show you a close-up right here. And I get this camera. Oh man, look at this thing. Oh man, the MPG CORELIQUID P13 360 AIO. Look at that, man. It's like an Apple Watch. You got all the smooth corners. It's like an Apple Watch on your CPU cooler. This is next level, man. Like I like when they were designing PC components, I can only imagine, you know, a meeting and there's a guy that says, you know what we should do? Let's put a freaking LCD display on the cooler. Man, if I was there, I would raise my hand and say, you know what? If we're going that far, let's make a QD OLED. Let's put a QD OLED, or you know, let's put an OLED display here on the CPU cooler, and let's make it HDR too. How about 4K? I mean, if we're going that far already, let's just go like next level. Yeah, this is an LCD, but it's just insane, man. Why would you do that? It's like beyond luxury. It's just insane. Let's see. So we got a 2.1 inch LCD. Oh, actually, I can do this. Got a 2.1 LCD IPS screen with curved glass. Of course, airflow, no noise, very small. Customize the perfect lighting effects. So we have all the lighting. Fans are pre-installed. The tubing is durable and effective in preventing coolant evaporation. And this is the same in another language. Now the thing with this cooler is that if you have an MSI motherboard, all you need is a single connector to the motherboard. Otherwise, you have like 3 cables that you have to connect to the motherboard. So, yeah. Yeah, George says that whoever had the LCD on the cooler idea got promoted on the spot. I think it's just crazy, man. It's like, why would you do that, man? So yeah, and also this cooler has all the cables inside the tubings. So there's no extra visible cables. And also, it has this protection right here. So this outside protection is magnetic, and it comes out very easily, and it just hides the screws. So usually you would see the 4 screws, not here, because it has this thing that you can magnetically fit. So now let me unbox this thing. Now I need something to see if I can use. See if I can find something to better. Maybe I could just unbox it like this. It's too close. I know, I'm gonna use one of these. Yeah, I got it. So I'm gonna use these. There you go. There you go, that's perfect. Let's unbox. I really like when they have this nylon. It is so, shiny stuff. I think we like shiny stuff. But the thing is, very hard to save the nylon in one piece. I always try, but I always fail. But yeah, it doesn't matter that much, but I'll be careful. So I'm gonna open it from here. Let's see. Open here this part. Oh, why is it flickering? Okay. Be careful because I don't want to damage the box. And also, I like all these MSI products. They have the same colors. So the boxes, at least this latest latest products that I've been getting from MSI, they all have a cohesive packaging. So when you're building the whole PC, everything looks aesthetically like it fits. Like they were designed to, of course, go together, but from the packaging to this color here is the same on all the fans and everything. I really like that. I'm a big fan of nice packaging. You spend your money and buying this very expensive stuff. I don't want to see, this 5090, the Founders Edition is coming with a cardboard, eco-friendly packaging. Well, man, stop with the nonsense. $3,000 GPU, or $2,000, whatever. You're gonna come out with an eco-friendly packaging? No. Who is saving the planet with a $2,000 GPU? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, really, I'm being too careful here for no reason, because this is not gonna be saved perfectly. But I'll try it. So we got this part already. Yeah, I'm gonna save the I'm gonna save the plastic, bro. I get it. I get it. I know it's plastic, but you see, I love all this stuff, man. When you have love into something, you wanna take care of it. See, I'm gonna save the plastic. See, I like the packaging, everything from the plastic to. So this is going to. This is gonna be saved. There you go. I got it in one piece. So I'm gonna fold it. I'm gonna make sure to, so it doesn't get, you know, ugly. I am gonna fold it pretty nicely. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh man. Yeah, you see, it's the same aesthetic as the fans. See, same aesthetics. The same, and the power supply too. The power supply I got is the same aesthetics too. So I really like that. Design, performance design. So let's see how we open this. So Intel, this is LGA 1851 compatible. So this CPU cooler is compatible with Intel too. So let's see, we open this from here first. There you go. Oh, let's see what we got. This is the right way of opening. Oh man, this is the way to open it. The moment of truth. See? I like they use this material. This one is very thin though. It's a very thin foam, but it's the same material. Got a manual here. They have this shout out thing. So write a review, then let us know. We'll thank you with a cool reward. Well, that's not necessarily a review. It sounds, well, let's leave it there. Okay, let's see. Woo! So now, this is supposed to be very flexible and all that stuff, but I'm still gonna be careful. Let's see. So this cooler, I actually don't remember. I think it was like $180. I'll check. Let me tell you. Let me see this cooler. The MPG liquid P13. See, this is the MPG, yeah, the CORELIQUID P13 360. Let's see how much is this. I'll tell you in a moment, right? So we got the black version. There's a white and a black version. So this one right now in $189.98. So $190. The Newegg right now. This is next level. An LCD screen on the cooler. I'm sure they have a non-LCD version. That's a little bit cheaper. That is crazy. An LCD on your cooler, I think that is just next level. Like, you just need to have something extravagant. So here we have, it has a peel, which is pretty good. So we got this protected. And it was necessary. You see how this got a little bit bent? Oh, it's just wrapping up this thing. Yeah, it was tight. Okay, so I'm not sure how I should handle this cooler. Maybe not touch it over the radiator. I'm not sure because I have never used one of these. I guess if I touch it from the side, it's okay. Holy man. My God. This is this is bigger than the 5090. This is a brick. I think this is bigger than a 5090. Yeah, no, it's definitely bigger than a 5090. That's for sure. Holy. So this has to keep the CPU cooler than the 5090. Probably below 60 Celsius during gaming. Now you see, you have all these cables, but if you have an MSI motherboard, you only need one of these, and all the cables are inside the tubings. So yeah, let me take this out of the plastic so I can show you how it looks. Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna touch it from here. As long as I touch this from the side, I'm okay because it's metal. So it should be okay. So you're saying that the liquid coolers are pretty simple to use and install? Well, that's a good thing because it's the first time I try one. I guess it has to be easier than my Noctua cooler because an Noctua cooler is just absolutely huge. And it is on top of the CPU. This one, the thing is, with this one, all I have to do is to screw this at the top of the case, which shouldn't be that hard. And then just 4 screws for the CPU. It shouldn't be that hard. Let me show you this part. I'm gonna handle this with extreme care. There you go. Man, an LCD. This is like an Apple Watch here. I'll show you that. Let me flip it. Guess I can show you that. Look at that screen, man. It's like a mirror. It's glossy. I love that. They didn't put a matte finish on on the LCD. It's glossy. That's a huge win for me. Glossy screen. For the CPU cooler display. Let's see what we got here. Whew. Man, look at that. My God. This is bigger than the 1590, bro. My God, you got the MSI emblem with a peel. Each fan has its own peel. There's no cables here, which makes the build pretty clean. So no cables here, because all the cables are inside the tubing. And we have here a bunch of cables, but we're supposed to only need one of these cables for the motherboard, because we have an MSI motherboard. If you use a different motherboard, you might need all of them. You have three of them, all three of them. So let's check out this is the part that goes to the ceiling. Man, that is beautiful matte black. So the fins are painted in black. You can see through the you can see through the fins. You can see the fan there through the fins. That is beautiful, man. Yeah, the fans are pre-installed on the radiator already. Yeah, they are screwed in and ready to go. This should be very easy. Very easy to install. I mean, I want to do it right now. We'll do it. We'll do another stream to start installing things. So I think what I'm gonna do, let me see if there's anything else to see here from this. Oh, it's the same. It looks the same from all the angles. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Let me check how is the stream going. Stream is going good. So I'm gonna check your comments. I'm going to take a break, take a piss, and then I'm gonna come back with another stream. And what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna start with the motherboard. We're going to install the CPU. We're gonna put the mounting support bracket that George sent me. So George, you can tell me how that goes. And I'm going to install, I think I'm gonna install should I install the cooler at the top of the case, or should I first do the motherboard inside the case so I have all the space? I think that it should be fine if I install the CPU cooler first. Or let me know. We're gonna build it together, okay? So I'll do another stream for that. I'll put the motherboard, CPU, RAM, the cooler. Then once we have everything that we can without having to disassemble this PC, then I'm gonna have to do another stream, because I have to turn off the PC, which is the one I'm using for the streaming. And then I'm gonna remove the power supply from here, put it on the new case, and then just start all the cable management and all that good stuff. Yeah, the fans pre-installed, that was like a feature. You install the motherboard, then the radiator. Okay, it's to have more space. Okay, so I'm gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it that way. So now, let me get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Yeah, I'll keep it outside, because I'm gonna use it pretty soon. It's not gonna get super dirty or anything. It's just gonna be right here. Now this is, it's not that heavy, but it's not very light either. So yeah, there you go, man. So much fun to have yet. And I'm not hurry, man. I'm gonna enjoy this thing step by step. So let's see what we got. The fan cable is in the tube. Yes. So maybe the CPU, these fans, they have to come pre-installed because of that. Yeah, there's no cables anywhere here. Where the fans are, there's no cables. Only cables are right here at the end. There's no cables coming from where the CPU is. So once you install it, you don't see anything. Now, there's one thing that I'm missing from this box actually. Let me find it. Yeah, I was missing something from this box. So here, yeah, here it is. This is what I was missing. This thing. So this is where the I'll show you. So here, this box, we should have the, there you go, the magnetic. So this black thing here, this is magnetic. So it is to hide the screws, so it looks very clean. And you don't need to use any screws for this. It's magnetic, so it's gonna go surrounding the LCD screen. And of course we have all the screws inside here. So that's what I was missing. So there you go. The pump cables are in the tube, yes. Yeah, pretty neat. I mean, I think there's so much competition in this space that these companies win over people with one feature, just one detail different from the rest of the competition. That's what makes people decide, okay, I'm gonna get this one. Because for example, for me, after having a motherboard with a button to release the GPU, there is no way I will ever buy a motherboard that doesn't have that. Especially with these huge GPUs that we have today, that is such a big deal to just press a button that you can easily access and release the GPU. So you might think it is crazy to decide to go for a motherboard because it has one button like that, but that's huge, okay? That is a big deal. So that's what they do. Okay, we have no cables visible when you install the CPU cooler. For some people, that makes all the difference. So they go the extra. For example, for some people, it makes a huge difference. You don't have to, install the fans. They are already pre-installed. So small details like that, that's what makes the difference. So Francisco said, yeah, hidden tubes on the radiator won me on the Leon Lee Hydro Shift. Yeah, so that seems to be like a pretty high-end feature. That's maybe why this is not cheap. I have only used air coolers before. This is the first time ever I'm gonna use a liquid cool. I was afraid in the past that liquid coolers were not gonna last as long, but nowadays people are telling me this is not an issue anymore. Like, it's just gonna last you, it's not gonna be a problem. I I think I need it on my 14700K, even with the undervolt I did on it. The 9800X3D, not so much. Yeah, 9800X3D doesn't get that hot. This is gonna, I think this should keep the 9800X3D most of the time on the 50s. 50 Celsius for a CPU, that is ridiculously low. And this CPU cooler says here on the box that it supports Intel LGA 1851. So yeah, liquid coolers are really great. Pump cable in the tube is God tier idea. Less cables, the better. Yeah, I think MSI is going for that. Actually, this, I'm not sure about this case. Don't remember. I will have to check it out. But this case for sure was built to have what they call Project Zero motherboards, where you don't see any cables because all the connectors are on the back of the motherboard. I think this one should be the same too. I'm not sure though. So yeah, they are trying to make the PC as clean as possible because people love that. So yeah, CPU will live forever with that temperature. 45 Celsius. That's like idle. Right now, my CPU, my 5800X3D right now, I'm gonna tell you what is the idle temperature right now. Let's see. Right now, oh wow, see if I can see that. 58? Oh, that's very high. For idle, well, it's not idle because I'm streaming. But right now, my 5800X3D is at 58 Celsius. Oh, that's very high for what I'm doing. I'm not even gaming. So this should be the temperatures during gaming with this cooler and the 9800X3D. 9800X3D. That's just crazy. So this liquid cooler is not supposed to require regular maintenance at all. But I'm not an expert, but I checked that, and this is supposed to last a very long time. Not, I don't know, 10 years maybe. You have to, I think you would have to refill the, you know, the liquid or the gas or something. But you know, someone in the chat, the liquid is rated to last a long time. I've been using one on a 12700K for 4 years. Okay, well, 4 years. That's like this CPU cooler, this air cooler, is like 3-4 years old actually. And of course, it's gonna work forever as long as the fans are working. It is a little bit rusty though. So on a brand new build, it's not gonna look as new as everything else. But that's okay, I just need it to work, and it does work. So the idle is high on AMD, okay. I think that's very high, actually. That's very high. But during gaming, it's fine, it's not that. Now, when it's doing shader compilation, stutters, and all that stuff, it is going very high. I need to replace the thermal paste, to be fair. And I will. I'm gonna replace the thermal paste. That's gonna be part of the build. So yeah. Yeah, no, it's like a Pixel watch. Apple Watch are square. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about Apple products because I don't buy any of them. It's like a pixel watch on the screen. So you have a 5090 build and a 011 EVBO XL and a 4090 build in the Corsair 5000X. The Corsair case is really tight for the 5090. Now let me tell you something from the specs on this case. It is supposed to support a GPU that is 400 millimeters long, which is actually longer than this case. And I guess the reason is the front is just straight rather than having a diagonal side panel like this one. So actually this case, even when it is a little bit smaller, a little bit less wide, it would fit a longer GPU. But I mean, this one fits a 5090 and I still have this much more to go. And I don't think you need, I don't think you're gonna get a bigger GPU. I mean, it's not much bigger to not fit on this case, so I don't think it's a problem. But maybe not the length, but maybe how tall the GPU is. That could be a problem in some cases for sure. People laughing about me saving the plastic. Of course, I save everything. Now I have to say also thanks to the display guy. He was the one who hooked me up with MSI. So display guy was he has the graphically challenged YouTube channel and the display guy. So he was the one who gave me the MSI contact, which is something so, that is so important because he gave me the contact. See, like the guy, the boss, the big boss. So that is so nice of him, so valuable. I cannot thank him enough, of course. So let me see if I missed something from some questions, and then we'll do a break, and then we'll start building this new PC. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take a break, and I'm gonna build the new PC here as much as I can until I have to start removing components from here, and then I'll have to turn it off and then use just StreamYard, and then so this is an ASMR video. And the suit we're staying in corporate suit for the whole build. Do we get the godlike motherboard? No. I think the thing is, who's gonna buy that really? So I don't think I would buy it either. $1,100 for the motherboard. Think about that. You get this motherboard is $210. I could literally get this motherboard, the 9800X3D, and probably have enough money to get the next generation CPU. It just doesn't make any sense unless you really need the features of the godlike motherboard. It would be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's just too much money for the motherboard. It's not gonna give me more FPS, that's for sure. So and I was not gonna ask them, hey, send me that. I tell them, hey, this is what I need, and they send me what I needed. that's enough to me. Like, I'm not gonna tell them, you know, anything specifically. So someone asked me where to send a gaming laptop motherboard repair. I don't know which repair place would be recommended. I guess it depends on the people that work on the place. So it depends on where you live and all of that. Yeah, the first case looks the size of the box of the new case. Yeah, the difference is big. There are very big difference on the size. This one definitely has a lot of space. So basically this case is like this one with more space in the back. Big difference. But it's also super heavy in comparison. So I think I would pay the difference, honestly. This one brand new with 4 fans, I think it is $130, and this one is $100. $30 more, yeah, I will get it. But right now, this one is not $100; it is $80. So I mean, that's, yeah, and it's gonna have, I mean, it's gonna be good enough for almost everything you need. So you're saving $50. That's a big deal. But for a $30 difference, I will get the big one. I really like this case. But yeah, I am very grateful. I am beyond grateful. I am living the dream, man. And Bobby, he's like next level grateful. He's like a legend. Bobby's a legend, man. Send me the 5800X3D gaming ZPU. Just the best. So Fighter says that MSI is the best, if not one of the best brands to buy right now. Fantastic products, but most importantly, good warranties and customer support. But we got everything from MSI. The case, the GPU. I spent $3,000 on the 5090, okay? So we got everything. We got a monitor, motherboard, cooler, everything. The power supply. You got the 5070 Ti Vanguard SoC, and it looks amazing. I think all these GPUs look amazing, man. So my PC in Cuba, someone asked me. I had a 4770 non-K Intel GPU with a DH17 motherboard from Gigabyte. NH forgot DS. I forgot the model of that motherboard. An SSD and no GPU. And then later I got the 1050 Ti, which I brought here to the US, and I realized I couldn't play Red Dead Redemption 2. Then I got the 3080 after all how difficult it was to buy the 3080. After all the mining and cryptocurrency and all that stuff, it was next to impossible. So I went from a 1050 Ti to a 3080, 12 gigabytes, to a 5090. Big jump. Huge jump. else. Also so this one, this case actually came with a vertical bracket by default, a vertical GPU mounting bracket, and I had to replace it for the horizontal one, which is a weird choice because most likely it would mount it horizontally, but I don't know. The thing is, it comes with a vertical mounting, but it doesn't have the Razer cable, so you would need to get that separately. But of course, that would increase the price of the case, and if you're not gonna use it, then you would be paying for it for no reason. Yeah, we're gonna play Hell is Us as soon as I finish the build. We got suit and tie. So the cooler, so the thing is, MSI sent me what they wanted to send me. I didn't ask them anything specific. I was like, okay, I have a 9800X 3D, I need a motherboard, a case, and a cooler, and I knew they were gonna send me some good stuff. It's a 9800X 3D 5090 PC. They're gonna send me something that works, and it's gonna be great regardless. So I didn't ask them for anything specifically, but I'm glad they sent me this because this is something I would not buy actually. I wouldn't buy a CPU cooler with an LCD. That is next level. But maybe the model without the LCD is like, I don't know, $20 less. You paid, I don't know how much it is. I'm speculating. I would have to check it out. But I think it is super like luxury. I would usually pay as just for it to work. But the luxury stuff was never on my mind. So I'm glad. I'm very happy that I had this opportunity because I'm going to end up with a PC that I would not have otherwise. So thanks to this YouTube channel, to the community, and thanks to MSI. Yeah, it's incredible. So what am I looking forward to playing first? I want to see if I can finally play Tears of the Kingdom, because it was not, emulation keeps getting better, but when I tried it, I was like 45 frames dropping down from 60, so I need to get 60 at least. So I think the 9800X 3D could just fix that, and so I can finally play that game. And from the rest of the games, with the monitor, with the 360 monitor, I think the 9800X 3D is going to make a huge difference to get me up there over 240 FPS. And of course, there are all the Unreal Engine 5 games are mostly GPU bound, but sometimes I'm trying to hit over 120 FPS to get 144, or maybe when I get the new S95F, I need 165 FPS, and there's no way the 5800X 3D is giving me 165 FPS on these super demanding games. So I'm just looking forward to see everything just running better, and to not see the 5090 dropping the utilization. Sometimes with the 5800X 3D, the GPU goes down below 90% utilization, and of course the 1% lows and everything are gonna be much better with the 9800X 3D. So yeah, also I'm playing Hell is Us right now, which runs slow. It should be better with a new PC. Yeah, 7800X 3D is so much cheaper, and the difference is not that big. We're gonna spend 8 days in the cable management. Okay, we got a lot of comments. So Nintendo, Nintendo is not gonna sue me. I'm gonna show Tears of the Kingdom running with my 9800 X3. That's for sure. What is $1,000 over MSRP? Okay, let's see. What is $1,000? Let's see, what are you saying? Yeah, display guy hates the matte finish, so we are brothers on the same cause. Our buddy has to go bedtime. Well, take care, man. I'll be there when you wake up. Don't worry about it. When I hit 1 million subs, I'm gonna need. What is that I'm gonna need? Let's see. Well, I don't know. The godlike. Yeah, the godlike is like when people want to throw away money. It's a lot, man. It's like GPU money for a motherboard. Oh, Ninja Gaiden 4. It's a hard to run game. I tried the 2 Ninja Gaiden Black remaster. Super demanding. So today Elden and Citron emulators reached 60 FPS and Tears of the Kingdom on a good PC. Okay, I'll have to try that. Yeah, Breath of the Wild already runs amazing. But Tears of the Kingdom was not that, because Breath of the Wild was running on the Simu emulator. While Kingdom Come Deliverance on emulator, if you're gonna achieve those 60 FPS stable, you could try lossless scaling dual GPU. But I have Kingdom Come Deliverance on the PC and it runs amazing. Yeah, 1590s are available again. So let's do this. I'm going to end this stream, take a break, and I'm gonna come back and start building here on this case, and we're going to build as much as I have time for today, or as much as I can without having to take apart this PC. And I have to take it apart because I have to use the power supply from here, and of course the 5090 we have to come out. So let's see how that goes. I still have some time. Let me see. I will still have 1.5 hours before I go to sleep. But of course tomorrow we're gonna live stream again about the same time, maybe earlier. No, it's for sure earlier than today. And then Wednesday, the whole day. We're gonna live stream the whole day on Wednesday. So yeah, let's leave it there for now. I'm gonna come back like in half an hour, maybe. So yeah, thank you very much for joining the stream. Thank you very much again, Bobby. Thank you very much for sending me the 9800 X3D. Thank you, George, for sending me some good stuff too for the CPU. And of course, thank you, MSI, for sending me all this stuff. Thank you so much. Let me add this thing in. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm gonna be a happy gamer building a PC all these days, and I'm gonna take my time. Like, I'm not hurried to finish. Why would I want to finish? This is what I like to do. So I'll take my time and we'll do it together. So yeah, let's leave it there. I'll be right back. I'll just take a break.